I'm John Siegel, and I'm here in my shop in Wilmot, New Hampshire. I've been in this shop about 5 years. Before that, I was in Franklin for about 15 years. I do wood turning exclusively. I do architectural turnings and furniture parts, and sometimes I make complete pieces of furniture. I've been doing wood turning since I was 14. So that's over 40 years, and I've done cabinet making and some millwork and windows and doors in the early days, but I just kept coming back to turning and decided that that was going to be my specialty. So I have done that. I came to New Hampshire around 1980 to teach industrial arts at Proctor Academy, and I did that for 10 years. I taught wood and metalworking, both things that I love, metal machining. But wood is my real thing, and really kind of goes back to my roots. My father and my grandfather did that. I ran a millwork shop in Chicago, Illinois. And when I was in high school, I worked in that shop in Chicago, but I never thought I was going to have a career in woodworking. I went to engineering school. I didn't really like that, and I did some machining, but I kept coming back to wood, and especially wood turning, which I started, I guess, in 7th grade when I saw my shop teacher do it, and it was just bang. The founding meeting was amazing because it was a complete accident of serendipity that I was even there. I was just in the right place at the right time, and it was just an accident. But I only knew one person there, which was John McAlevey. And that was the day I met David Lamb and David Emerson and Jerry Osgood and Roy Noyes and all those people who were there. And I hadn't met any of those people before. Because when I was teaching, I just didn't get out in the world very much. You know, it's a private school and you live there in the dorm and you just stay in your own little domain, more or less, which I had done for 10 years. So now I had stopped teaching. I was looking to start a wood turning business and get out in the world more. And then bang, there I was at the founding meeting of the Guild. And I knew it was just the neatest thing and that the people I met were so amazing, but I had no idea that. And I could see that the Guild was focusing on education. The Guild was not about trying to help the members sell their products. It was about all of us becoming better woodworkers. It was about sharing knowledge and skill of woodworking for the love of woodworking.
Well, I'm Peter Bloch, and I'm a wood turner. I live in New London, New Hampshire, so we're in my workshop here.
Okay. At the very first guild meeting that you attended, were there any other woodworkers there that you knew at the time?
Well, I didn't go to the very first meeting because I was away, so I went to the second meeting, which was at John Skew's studio. And yes, I knew Teri Moore at the time, Ted Blachly, I knew John Skew's, John Siegel, Dick Batchelder, I think, was at that meeting. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly, but there were about 20 or 30 people at that meeting, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Were you a full-time turner when the guild was formed? And did the guild help you get to where you are now at all, or?
Well, I've been a full-time craft woodworker for just about 30 years now. So at that time I was doing wood turning as well as other sculptural functional pieces, desk accessories and things like that. So now I'm exclusively a wood turner, and most of what I do are the lampshades. So it's evolved over that time, and it's very hard to know what influences, but the Guild has been extremely important to me in terms of seeing how wide the world of wood turning is, seeing people doing it for a living, doing other things, and then the wood turning part of the Guild has become a pretty large sub part of the Guild. So wood turning is my life, and being involved with other wood turners is very important.
What was the most memorable meeting that you videotaped, and why?
Well, for me, the most memorable meeting, they're all different, and so I knew you were going to ask this question, and it's not an easy one because they're all very interesting. The most amazing single day was the first wood turning symposium, which was the first time we really assembled that many people in one place. I think there were over 200 wood turners there that day. And so up to that point, the Guild was very happy if the meeting had 40 people. And this was quite different, where I think we had 15 demonstrators, and we had a lot of promotion beyond the Guild, so we were getting people to come well beyond the Guild's own membership. And just the dimensions of that and the success of it, the fact that it raised money that we started the scholarship program with, and getting to spend the day with that many wood turners all from New England. It was a pretty amazing thing, and it's led to all the other symposiums, not just wood turning symposiums.
Hi, my name is Teri Massachi, and I'm here in my shop, which is in Tijeras, New Mexico. And I do a lot of restoration, and I also do finishing for woodworkers that have long admitted that they will never be finishers.
What drew you to the Guild, and what did it offer you?
At the time, I was building a lot of furniture, and I really felt like I needed to learn and to reach out to other woodworkers. And boy, meeting at different people's shops really was helpful. It was great.
Hi, I'm Ted Blachly, and I'm in my shop here in Warner, New Hampshire. I make furniture primarily with solid wood construction techniques, and I was in the Guild from the start. So,
You've done many presentations over the years. Which one was your favorite, and why?
okay, I would have to say the last one, which I did about a year ago. It was more of a slide talk about my work, and then I picked 3 pieces where I actually showed process shots in some of the things I consider along the way in building a piece, and how I think about the work. And at that meeting, I don't think I had been to a Guild meeting in a little while, but it was also an opportunity to thank the Guild for all that it had done for me and all I had learned from it, because I'd really kind of come a long way, and the Guild was a big part of that. And so to be able to sort of in an hour's time, talk about 20 years of furniture making, and then also sort of highlight how some of the things that I had to overcome to build pieces. I think they enjoyed it all, and I do remember going to some of the early meetings and seeing presentations like this. I thought they were really valuable. You don't necessarily have to work exactly like someone else, but to hear someone talk about their work and their level of involvement and the things that they think about, and to watch a presentation like that and then go back inside yourself and say, well, that's great, but what do I do? What do I like to do? And so I think it's valuable to see how other people work.
My name's David Lamb, and we're sitting in my studio on Shaker Road, Canterbury, right next to Shaker Village. And this is where I've been for, well, I guess since 1986 is when I set up my shop here doing commissioned furniture. Some of it's sculptural like this, and some of it's very traditional and more joinery than sculpture. So, but anyway, I do a variety. I think the old saw eventually became a great outlet for our creative writing too. Notes were taken, and document some stuff, but it also allowed us to talk about what we did too. So and several of us enjoy doing that, and we've kind of grown with that opportunity as the old saw and now the journal has grown to be incredible. I think it's as good as anything you could find on any magazine rack today. It's made.
How about a presentation that you did?
Well, let's see. I remember carving a foot. I remember doing that here and had a full shop. I carved a claw and ball foot. And I think it was like a half an hour. And I thought, that was kind of fun to bang out a claw and ball foot in half an hour. There's a block, a 3-inch block of mahogany, and laid it out, cut it on the bandsaw, broke all the waste away, and then just started at it. V-gouge and a chisel and a couple of flat curve gouges too. And you don't need too many tools, but you need to have the vision of where you need to end up.
You have to be able to see in 3D.
Yeah.
I have a terrible time with that. It's just...
Well, it helps if you've done a few.
Yeah, sure, but
You know the steps.
you still have to do it for the first one. So,
Yeah.
So you did a ball and claw foot in 30 minutes.